TMNT versus Excellence is going to be our match number 5 here this afternoon. I'm back, and my name is still Tom, or F. depending on what you feel. He's Anatoly, either way you slice it. But anyway, we're coming with our European SCL relegations. 2 wins are what TMNT are sporting right now.
Yep.
They're pretty much on top of the crop right now.
Excellence, though, they need to find this victory if they want to confirm themselves a spot in the European SCL.
We'll head to picks and bans for these 2 squads. Certainly want to find some victories on some side of the coin. Whether or not it will come the way of Excellence is yet to be seen. TMNT do have the first pick and the first ban, so we'll see which direction they go to. And they want to take Sylvanas off the table. The sustain and the wave clear, very strong out of this Guardian in particular. We see him banned out quite frequently.
We saw TMNT actually get focused a lot with the Sylvanas earlier on in the day, but they did a great job turning things around, making sure that Rathaterra CC Immune Ultimate would find its counter engages against the Ragnarok. But either way, a lot of junglers being blown out there really quickly.
Yeah, we see the Sylvanas, and then everything else is going to be a mobile jungler. Cabrakan selected by TMNT for Lyfe. You heard Ryan say earlier, or Aggro, excuse me, that Cabrakan is absolutely one of the first pick characters, and for good reason. A lot of control, a lot of damage, and that ambiguity. You don't really know if he's going to wind up in the solo lane, jungle, and some players even bring him in the support role. So Cabrakan, a very valuable pick across the way. Apollo and Fafnir.
Something a lot of people kind of seem to forget or not really truly respect is the Cabrakan aura, the defense mitigation that he provides for your teammates, mitigating a lot of damage. So he brings a lot of offensive and defensive utilities to his team. But to answer this Cabrakan, it's going to be the Apollo with the Fafnir. A really great late game hunter here, paired up with the Fafnir for the Coerce, boosting that attack speed even further.
Cabrakan will be sided with Medusa and Poseidon. I absolutely love the Poseidon match, or the Poseidon pairing with the Cabrakan. A lot of times you'll see the Cabrakan ultimate come down, wall players off, and then the Kraken comes right underneath them. There's nowhere to go. Cabrakan's usually dropping the tremors as well, so even if you do find an escape route, you're still not getting out of the Kraken completely because you're slowed and kind of drunk. So TMNT for life already. I'm really enjoying this draft. Excellence pairs Apollo and Fafnir with Thor. Still strong characters, but I don't see the cohesion that I see on the left side of the screen.
Not quite yet on the side of Excellence, but they do have 2 global gods on the side of Apollo and Thor. They can easily collapse on a team fight if it's going to go in their favor. And I like the fact that Poseidon has been paired up with the Cabrakan for those mentions you recent. Also with the addition of the Whirlpool, making it more difficult to truly escape from the Cabrakan wall.
Aphrodite and Chang'e banned out by TMNT for life, so Excellence definitely enjoy bringing their healers out. So we're not going to see the healers just yet today. Instead, Hercules is going to be making the change. We're going to be seeing him on Excellence, and he will go up against Fafnir, or excuse me, Fenrir. And the last pick for TMNT will be Ymir. So Cabrakan will likely be over there in the solo lane, bringing Fenrir into the jungle.
Ymir, great option to take away as the wall will shut down Excellence escape opportunities here. Apollo having the dash, Hercules as well. You do have the teleport of the hammer for the Thor as well as the jump over from the Fafnir, but yet again, an interesting idea, Excellence, taking this Isis to have more control, but not really respecting the threats that TMNT is posing with not only the Ymir wall, but also the Cabrakan ultimate, and there's a lot of early pressure here that Fenrir can provide as well.
When it comes down to it also, I like Isis in general. Isis is one of my favorite mages when it comes down to Smite, but she's more about continued assault, not pure burst. And when you look across the way and you see the Poseidon, you see the Ymir, you're looking at characters that can just blow you up immediately. And Isis is really best at contesting what players bring through a longer team fight by way of that circle of protection.
Left-hand side, we're going to see Mr. Turtle start on the left as the Guardian Cabrakan, something we haven't really seen too often on the Cabrakan side. Normally he's played in the jungle or in the solo lane, but definitely has some great tools. As long as you're roaming very early in the game, you're still going to be posing a big threat. And this also allows you other options in the other lanes where you have the Ymir jungle now that's going to be a bigger factor with the walls, because Cabrakan does have the wall as well, but it's at level 5.
Players getting things a little bit adjusted right here. Just bear with us. We'll bring you the game in a moment. Osric on this Ymir. One of the things that Ymir brings better than Cabrakan early on is the burst. Cabrakan's burst damage comes along a little bit later through by way of itemization, whereas Ymir, it's all about the base value. You get the freeze, you drop the carpet, and the basic attack thanks to the passive, and all of a sudden the opposition is down to about 25% HP. Cabrakan can do that, but it takes a little while to really get going, so we'll see that develop a little little bit later, which is why you see the transition here, Ymir in the jungle. Osric on this character as well. Osric has had a fantastic time today. His team obviously having 2 wins, the most in our pool right now, and Osric's been a really big part of that.
Definitely has been trying to get the 3rd win just to add more salt to the wound. Excellence really need to win out this game to be able to guarantee themselves a spot in the European SCL, and it's all up to TMNT as the gatekeeper for that.
Mango Man here for Team Excellence on the Hercules. I personally like to see Mango Man more on the characters that are a little bit more defensive. This time around, though, Predator's in some trouble. 1 basic will do it. But Mallow can't find it. Big rotation. Kabi finds the stun. Mango Man goes under the tower. Still can't find it, but the Wing Gust, even still, not enough.
Predators is actually very fortunate he missed that Unchained onto the Thor. Had he connected that, the Archers would have turned onto the Fenrir player, and Predators would have taken a very early spill in the game.
So everything sort of topsy-turvy for TMNT right now. The Fenrir solo, the Cabrakan in the support role, and then, of course, the Ymir jungle, like we highlighted. So a little bit different lineup than I think a lot of people might have expected. Big combination here. Mango Man going to get collapsed on. Dash into the tower. Osric in trouble, but Predators is the one to secure the kill. Mallow coming through by himself. Can't quite get it. No freeze. Will find it, but the carpet does. And Mallow poked out a little bit. Kabi jumps forward, finds the crowd control on Osric. Here comes RBX. TMNT for Lyfe have definitely overstayed their welcome. The kill? Well, that was good. Hanging out for the entire time after the fact? Not so much. Predator's likely to fall here as well. Spirit Ball hits.
Good. The second early kill for Excellence. This is a great start for them to be able to start snowballing. But what they're doing on the right, they're giving up a little bit on the left. They're going to be able to grab their own red buff, the Oracles as well. Protecting their blue buff, though, was very important for Mango Man on the Hercules. Not really having the highest mana pool to be able to spam those abilities. Definitely need that buff to make sure that he gets off to a great start, especially against the Fenrir Predators, looking to make a lot of offensive plays on this Fenrir solo laner.
So now TMNT for Lyfe set behind significantly here in the solo lane specifically, but also in the jungle. And now it's the job of the guys that are behind, specifically looking towards Osric and Predators, to just play safe. Don't push up in the lane, don't try to clear, and just give up the gold that you're going to have to give up. Let it go under tower, because the second you walk out, that's what's going to happen. It's going to be a 3-on-1.
It's still not that bad of a thing for TMNT, considering the fact that they got the first blood earlier on at level 2. It was credited to Predator, so he's not too far behind the Hercules at all. In fact, he's actually worth more net worth, barely though, by about 40 gold. So he's going to be able to probably finish off that Warriors tabby first, especially considering the fact that he's going to have more sustain, so he'll sit in that lane a little bit longer, and he's going to be able to maybe push out the wave towards the tower, denying some gold, unless the rotation like that happens from Olliieee assisting the Hercules.
Wouldn't it be more about the experience, though? Don't you want the experience leading the solo lane?
You generally do, but the fact is the Hercules is still going to be in a good spot considering they picked up those Fire Giant Elementals after those 2 picks.
The dash is caught. Welsh Beast in some trouble. Kabi can't find the stun as it's on cooldown still.
Surprisingly, Lyfe not electing to use his ultimate to chase the kill despite the ultimate or the dash being down from Welsh Beast, but afraid of the Petrify.
And afraid of the rotation, as he should be. 2 players come in for the mid lane. There's the Cabrakan trapping, and the Kraken right underneath it. Not going to find the kill, however. Thor from the sky comes down. Osric is going to be frozen out, even though he's the freezer. Here's the rotation from mid lane. RBX doesn't get the kill just yet. Silence, slow, and a basic should do it, but who's in the sky?
It's going to be Lyfe finding the kill with that Apollo ultimate, finally securing 1 rotation after rotation. Going to be credited in Excellence's favor. Welsh Beast is going to grab those back left Harpies, still trying to farm, trying to finish off those Warrior Tabbies, and with this early kill here in the duel lane, Lyfe's been doing a good job holding his own in the 1v2. Kabi has been making some rotations here and there, and this Apollo now with his own purple buff could look to out-trade the Medusa now.
Predators making a play here, trying to bring the Hercules back to the tower. Gets 1 shot. Still, maybe in kill range. Should the Brutalize do the damage? 1, 2, 3, 4. Not going to find it. He cancels the Brutalize early. Totally wants to bring it down.
Yeah, that was a great cancel there. It was very easily to predict the fact that the fourth one would have put him in a position where the Hercules could position himself to driving strike Predators under his own tier 1 tower, and without any mana to find the Unchained escape afterwards, that would have been easy turnaround for Mango Man.
So Predators doesn't get the kill, but makes the intelligent play right there. Osric now looking to make the play. Misses the freeze! He just doesn't get the stun.
No.
Mango Man has his own stun on cooldown. The wall's going to be effective and the slowdown from the carpet. Here comes Mr. Turtle's rotation, but Kabi and Mallow here as well. Thor could make a big play. Just has to stay present. The players on the other side of the field know that the wall's going to come out from the Thor player, and there's just no chance in chasing that one down.
Saving the Hercules. Great rotation yet again. Kabi making a huge presence this early game on the level 5 Fafnir. He is 2 levels behind his opposition on Mr. Turtle. Has been successfully out-farming the Guardian, and that's kind of a big deal considering it's a Cabrakan that has a lot of base damage with his abilities. It doesn't matter if you max out the first or the second ability. Both of them do an enormous amount of damage, especially going for this reinforced Greaves alongside the Cabrakan passive with the aura mitigating a lot of damage. This is a good spot for TMNT.
50-meter fly, uses the beads and gets killed anyway. Osric now controlled and surrounded, stunned. Here comes Mango Man from the solo lane, and nothing for this Ymir to do. Mr. Turtle comes in to drop the med, but now he's in trouble by himself. Ultimate's dropped over the top, goes Predators, finds one, but they get away. Not going to be able to get the kill. Predators finds Era BX finally, but then Mallow from the sky. Predators gets another one. How is he still alive?
He
Somebody
sacrificed
kill him.
himself, finally finding those 2 kills. 2 for 2 and the end of the day. Lyzer comes landing in Malloy's, hammers away, but then uses the Anvil of Dawn to go back into the team fight. And Predators, the fact that he hit the first Unchained, it lowers the cooldown from 15 seconds to about 7 or 8, so that's why he found the second one. He realized he was in a bad spot anyway, so instead of maybe surviving, he at least found the return kill.
And then he finds another one. That's just icing on the cake right there. Predators comes in there basically saying, like you said, his whole idea is to get a stun and his teammates escape and he dies. That's the goal. Predators accidentally gets the kill, and then for some reason he's sitting there and he's just like, they can't hit me. I'm just going to keep hitting them.
He had so much patience there in that engagement as well, just waiting along the right side mid-harpies. He found a triple Unchained to start things off, and then he had enough time to even get a 5 in-hands to get the guaranteed stun off of the second Unchained. So TMNT, though, they're still in a good spot to start up this Gulf here. They have the Ymir ultimate, and they have the Kraken.
And here comes Team Excellence. They finally know the Kraken shows up, and that'll give it to TMNT. Wall comes through, hard disconnect, or excuse me, hard retreat from TMNT. Turtle, the only one relatively in trouble, and he'll be fine underneath the tower. Welsh Beast now, the subject, and Thor's gonna go up, looking for the dive, lands right on the Cabrakan, and gets the kill. No punishment either, even though the hammer was a little bit wonky. Welsh Beast can come through, finds the ultimate on 2, but a meditation negates all of that damage.
Welsh Beast should have expected Malloy to land onto that tier 1 tower. Could have basically used the Petrify to maybe stun out Thor. It wouldn't have saved Mr. Turtle, but at least he would have found a return kill, or maybe even force out the beads. Anything would have done good to find something back in return.
Instead, Welsh Beast will instead just get the wave for farm. So TMNT for life still in the lead, though very slightly, just shy of 1,000 gold here. 8-3, Team Excellence leading in kills, very much so. And Osric having the opposite experience than we saw earlier on. Tully and I had some of the earlier games, and one in particular caught my eye. Osric was playing his signature hunt and bats, and despite the fact that the enemy jungler was so much more active in making the ganks, Osric was the one ahead in the farm. Ymir has been ganking a lot and finds himself behind in the farm a lot by about 2.5 levels. At this point, Ymir, even though his whole gimmick is gank early, gank often, and get a lot of mileage out of the base damage of the character early on, at this point, Tully, you just got to go farm and leave your teammates alone.
He's 2 levels behind his opposition. He hasn't been able to really make the plays he wants to. He even went for an early blink relic, trying to set up his teammates yet again in the solo lane, finding the pull onto Mango Man. Gonna take 2 tower shots there. Not really too worried about that damage. This time, instead of 3 shots from Brutalize, canceling it on the second one. Predators has a lot of mind games in this matchup, and that's something you always have to do. Find the mix-up.
And I like that play by Predators. He knows he's ulting a full health Hercules. He knows he's not going to get the kill, but he brings Hercules' HP down in an effort to maybe next time he'll get the kill. Mallow ults into 3 by himself after the death coming out onto his mid laner, Arabiac, so a little bit late to the party. Here's the rotation from Kabi as well, a little bit late as well. Everybody getting their RSVPs wrong, but by the way, Arabiac will respawn at some point, and we'll see that Isis come on back.
Not able to really survive that encounter despite the beats and the
Man.
ultimate available. Mango Man finds the pull, finds the push. The ultimate connects as well. The tower shot confirms that 50-meter fly was there, but he didn't have the Kraken.
He didn't have the Kraken, but he had Tidal. I guess he didn't have the mana for it.
Maybe he used it earlier on to clear out something, but either way, he couldn't stop it with the Whirlpool. The Whirlpool would have applied the cripple to prevent the driving strike.
Yeah, he drops the Whirlpool, and Hercules just walks out of it, and then driving stripes after the fact. Just that just seemed to go the opposite way that I had thought about. Either way, Osric sticks himself in a bad situation, walls himself off, still able to get out for the moment. Kabi and Arabiac's on the chase, and there's the insta-pop from the Isis that will count. Mr. Turtle pounding the ground, trying to find some sort of control for his team. 4 players from Excellence deep on the right side. Apollo making the rotation over to the mid lane, pops in the air. He'll be joining momentarily. Predators jumps over and still in some trouble. Kabi here trying to walk away. And there comes Apollo, lands on the backside, gets nobody with his ult, gets nobody with his mez, and dashes away.
Level 11 Apollo, not that much mana pool. The Whirlpool Kraken comes out, catches Kabi in his normal form, getting stunned out his 50-meter fly. Malloy, though, going to get chased out by Predators. So far, it's going to be a 2-0 there. Team Excellence getting the worst end of things.
Arabiac's here, going to get caught up into trouble from the Hunter. Still not done yet. There's the wall. That's dead. Mr. Turtle with the burst, even from the support position, gets the kill. 2 out of 3 steps on his Voidstone finished, so has a little bit of power in the bank.
That was the perfectly timed Cabrakan ultimate from Mr. Turtle, because the fact that Wind Gust gives you a little bit extra movement speed to be able to disengage from certain targets and abilities. So therefore, had that Cabrakan ultimate happen maybe a second later, that Isis was scot-free and would have been able to wiggle her way through that wall.
This time, not going to be the case. Mango Man gets to flip onto Fenrir, but not going to follow up just yet. Gold Tree spawning in about 10 seconds, so players should be aware. And on the left side of the map right now, Osric going to help his solo laner out, pick up a little bit of a buff. Still trailing by 2 levels, though, is our jungler Osric, who has had a relatively fantastic day, a generally fantastic season, despite the fact that his team winds up in relegations. Osric, one of the better players on this team, so not having a great day.
Not at all. Gold Fury is going to get started by Team Excellence. They have the Isis ultimate. It's going to get popped, and it's going to be stolen by TMNT. 50-meter fly throughout the Whirlpool. He didn't even need the Kraken. Mistimed execution.
That's just that's egregious. That should not be happening at this level of play. Team Excellence now gets the turnaround. 50-meter fly, doesn't need the Kraken for the secure. Instead, uses it on the players. Mallow, Arabiacs fall down. This is going to be a 3rd as well. Kabi knows. He transforms. Well done by the support player, but the follow-up is strong. Meditation saves him against the solo lane Fenrir. And Team Excellence will wind up getting their support out of trouble, but the jungle and the mid lane have already fallen.
Ooh, nice play by Welsh Beast, recognizing that Lyzer is very low. The Aegis is going to save him for a little bit longer. The rotation has happened from TMNT. They confirmed the Gold Fury, but it wasn't intentional at all. Mango Man, though, took in a lot of damage. Great play from TMNT, finding another easy pick. The fact that 50-meter fly didn't throw out the Kraken during the Gold Fury goes to show you that he didn't expect to steal it with the Kraken against the circle of protection anyway. Yeah, it's fully charged Isis ult. It's already there. The animation time of the Kraken takes about half a second to apply the damage anyway, whereas the Isis pop that's already there is going to be instant.
So as soon as you hear the whatever noise it is, you just go ahead and you hit your ultimate. I'm not going to do that one again. But 50-meter fly, he's going to do that for the 4th time today. Taking a kill, this time against a jungler, making it look easy thanks to the help from his teammates, Predators, most specifically, just holding the player there in the ultimate. And yeah, I mean, that just can't happen.
Not at all. And because the fact that the Gold Fury was stolen from Excellence, they wanted to force the issue in the mid lane by having Malloy dive the mid lane with that Thor ultimate. And the fact that the Kraken wasn't used for the Gold Fury, they find a kill onto the Thor player.
There's going to be the ultimate out of WRLDedit, popped a little bit soon as well this time around. TMNT, however, get the better of the situation, wind up Mr. Turtle on the good side versus the mid laner. There's the Hunter duel on the left side of the map, completely a different situation. While TMNT winning on all fronts, solo fights, team fights. Here's help from the jungle. This might turn things totally. Mallow picks up a kill. That'll be number 11 for him and his squad. Still fighting down as there's the double kill on the side of Team Excellence. 1 for the jungle, 1 for the solo. Is that enough to come back into this?
It's enough if they can find this Fenrir kill on top of it. Doing a little bit of damage, finding a stun. Predators is confident that he can take this 1-on-2, finding the Ragnarok, but he's going to get taken along the ride. Mango Man finding the kill. It's going to be 3 dead on the side of TMNT, but meanwhile, Welshbeast was on the left-hand side the whole time, getting that tier 2 tower.
Same thing with 50-meter fly, the split push Poseidon, one of the more adept mages when it comes to actually taking out the towers, but doesn't finish the job, but brings it down so close that TMNT barely have to really siege it to get the kill.
Welshbeast catches Kabi around the corner, doing a little bit of damage, gets stunned out by the Isis player. But going back into that tier 2 tower siege by TMNT, that was a well-timed ultimate from a Malloy, because the fact that, Welshbeast, he's trying to get the dash off. He finally does. He's baiting a little bit longer for Osric to maybe find somebody, but the wall is out of position. So like I was mentioning before, Mango Man finds the pull onto 2 players, and then during the pull happening, the Thor lands right back on top of him.
Osric shows up, tries to get cheeky, waves at the opposition, gets driving struck into the tower. Now he's going to be surrounded, drops down the ultimate knowing he has no choice, drops out some damage, but the damage out of the Thor a little bit too potent, still not dead just yet, lands on him, that's going to be good for Mallow, but 50-meter fly and Mr. Turtle answer right on back, taking out Kabi and Mango Man. Not done just yet, 50-meter fly picks up his 2nd of the team fight. Lizer answers back, finally putting the Poseidon into the ground. 2nd time this contest, but he already has 7 total kills. Predator trying to finish off Lizer, but likely just to be a retreat until Welshbeast shows up.
And the Mez is here. He wants to find some cleanup kills. Not able to find anybody. The juke is real from Lizer under the tier 2 tower of mid. Malloy is going to be able to hammer on away as well. So basically making sure that the Cabrakan doesn't die. So overall it was a 2 for 3. Team Excellence not getting the better end of that one. And TMNT get themselves a tier 1 mid tower.
This TMNT for Life team is certainly a flavorful team. We saw Welshbeast in the fountain before, laughing his way to the bank as he made fun of the opponent for dying. There, we see Predators just kind of taking some free tower poke for fun. Osric got himself in trouble with it, but you know what?
Oh, nice sneaky play from Welshbeast, petrifying Mango Man. He's gone! Eliminated Mr. Turtle. Like you mentioned before, because of the level disparity between these junglers, Osric and Malloy, we're also seeing a huge level disparity between Mr. Turtle and Kabi, and the Cabrakan can make up for what is lacking on the Ymir side.
Sanctuary down 4-meter fly. He's going to be toast for the moment. Isis seems to be the target of defense for the Thor player, but instead, Mallow joint lands right into the Kraken. You got to watch out for that one, buddy. 2 kills for the mid lane, 9, 2, and 4, the latest of which winds up being part of the double kill for the mid lane Poseidon. Not done just yet, however. TMNT pushing up. Lizer caught in the whirlpool and caught up in the damage from the Hunter. Mr. Turtle cleans up mid lane WRLDedit And the tier 2 tower in the mid lane, certainly the target.
Mango Man teleported into the wrong spot. 1 on 5. Gonna get picked up by the Ragnarok, but he's a tanky Hercules. Freezing him out, still buying a lot of time with his heal. Throws out
Nice
the boulder,
dodge.
but he doesn't get caught. Welshbeast still doing a good job. Gets the lacerate for the anti-heal. Finally, it's gonna be an unofficial deicide here on the side of TMNT, picking up another objective in regards to that tier 2 mid tower.
Very important dodge coming out there from Welshbeast. He was very low. The Hercules boulder would have killed him, but he's able to just sidestep and really get out of the way, still providing the damage onto the tower. I say very important because if that hunter dies, the tower goes down much slower. And TMNT's opponent, Team Excellence, able to respond in that case. Or Welshbeast just gets landed on that.
They're overextending a little bit too hard here at top. Predators are caught in a 1v3, trying to revenge his fallen comrade. Whirlpool, though, doing a good job zoning with that gem of isolation. Kabi caught in an awkward position. Force uses ultimate for that immunity frame. Could potentially look to chase a little bit harder, but with this kind of experience deficit on the side of Excellence, they're gonna keep trying, though. They have the global ultimate on the Thor. Predators is one shot, not enough.
And he's going to land on the Kraken. This time, Aegis saves the life of the Thor. That's going to be a very good look for the jungler. Something that I think him and his team have been waiting for. Over there in the mid lane, Mr. Turtle and Osric wind up combining for 2. Mr. Fly still dealing damage on the left side. 2 on 2 here, just shy of the mid lane. Nice jump over the wall. He's going to beat Mr. Turtle, however, who's surrounded. Driving strike out of the solo lane Hercules. And here comes the meditation. Big damage coming out of Osric. Fly gets one. Osric gets the other. And they might just let Mr. Turtle survive. He's dodging, he's weaving. But he can't get out of that one. Mango Man picks up the kill. 3 on 1. It's the Hercules. He finds big burst heal. There's a freeze though, Toli. He's toast.
Absolutely. The rallying ritual as well. Eric BX just now reviving, so that was an official deicide this time around for TMNT. They overstayed their welcome before, around between the middle and the left-hand side. We saw the ultimate come out from Lyfe on the Apollo, punishing their transgressions, and TMNT are starting to pick things up now. They're starting to close this game out. Osric is here, catching Eric BX. 1 punch, 2 punch, 3, needs 2 more, and he misses the last one. Welshbeast takes it away.
Kill secured.
Kill secured.
Kill secured. Honestly, it's a Ymir. It's a
They
slow
punched
character. It's a slow character. He might not catch up. I see you, Welshbeast.
Well, he has the wing blade, so he's definitely catching up to you, and Welshbeast is trying to catch up to
God.
Lyfe. Finds the
my
second
God.
ability. It's ring around the rosy, but there's no
my-
posies for you, Welshbeast. Sit down.
No, he actually has a pocket full of Posey. You familiar with the origin story? Ring Around the Rosie goes back to the days of the bubonic plague in the Middle Ages. And basically, when you get the plague, it's a ring around a red mark, and you put posies in your pocket.
Why are you
so
ruining my
don't
joke,
smell
Tom?
like the plague. I'm just educating you.
That's my joke, Tom.
Oh, well, that's a joke. We've seen this one before. Kabi, he's going to be here all week. He gets hit by the Kraken, but he changes, and that'll be protecting him from the follow-up damage. But at the end of the day, Lyfe still on the bottom side. Crit, 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 crit. Is it enough? Mesmerize helps him out for the moment, but there's the control, and Predators picks up the kill. Kabi from the backside tries to make it around, and Mallow, that's the bigger flank that we need to be talking about. Big situation coming out from the mid lane, trying to get away. Still has a Fire Giant buff, tosses it out, and Ymir shows up and sneezes.
Kabi gonna go immune a little bit, trying to run away from danger. The Cabrakan ultimate, not in time to catch Kabi, but it will catch the Isis Piper, who's gonna take another spill yet again, juking and weaving his Predators this whole time. Mango Man really wants to find a kill, but Unchained over the driving strike in the back. Kabi will fall. It's gonna be a 3-0 thus far. Fire Giant still onto 4 members. Welshbeast has respawned as well. He is the deciding factor.
Leave him alone.
He has to be able to kill the Hercules here. He's the only true damage that can find him in time. Trying to juke at the Ymir freeze is successful, but he's going to have to deal with all 5 members. caught in the whirlpool.
I don't like that play whatsoever. At that point, TMNT need to focus on the bigger picture and go for the objectives. Push up a lane. Hercules, sure, you can steal my back harpies. It's the only objective on the right side of the map.
It depends on how long it takes to kill the god that you're focusing versus how much time they respawn. So they spent maybe 20 seconds or so, tops, trying to kill Mango Man. His respawn time was about 40 to 45 seconds. So the difference there is still going to allow TMNT to keep pressing forward. Kabi respawns, dies instantly. The aggressive rotation here from TMNT, ignoring the mid wave, going through the jungle side, surprising this Guardian here. And if at this point, with all their levels and items, they can even just go ahead and tank this mid Phoenix if they were all together.
Really big play by Team Excellence there. Sneaking the gold fear on the left side of the map while TMNT are just doing whatever TMNT are doing right now. Team Excellence taking that gold fear on the left side. It was, I mean, it's still a...
Caught. Just caught.
Still a 10,000 gold lead for TMNT, but making sure the bleeding stops every little bit. Love the play on the Gold Fury. TMNT now looking for the offensive push. That's a dead air. BX falls down for the 11th time this contest. And is still continuing on 50-meter flies here, trying to deal damage to Kabi. Meditation saves him for the moment. Predators up top. Everybody else dealing damage to the Firebird. You've got 3 players alive, 20 seconds on the respawns. TMNT for life. They're going to get aggressive. Before we saw them play it safe and really opt to back before. Now, looks like they're going right for the kills. Mango Man brings Welsh Beast down to a hair of HP. Kabi gonna jump forward looking for it, but Medusa already safe and sound. Kabi likely gonna throw his life away for this one. Makes the transformation, but he's still down for the count. Welsh Beast, bait.
Welsh Beast was just teasing the dragon at the end. Lyzer will get killed there by 50-meter fly. Diving into the backline with the blink is Osric, finding the ISIS yet again for the 12th death in a row. Mango Man trying to find a return kill here with Mallow. The Aegis has been procced, as well as Osric's ultimate juking and weaving again. 50-meter fly doing a lot of damage, using that Fatalis passive to not only find a kill onto Mango Man, but trying to juke the Thor alongside.
Medusa's gonna walk back to this fight. This is obvious. This is where you buy the rallying ritual and you come and you win the game. Medusa buys the flickering to make sure that she doesn't die a second time. We'll see if it works out here. Osric still has to retreat from the Titan. 100% HP on that character. So TMNT for life, they have to start looking at a different objective. Osric likely going to fall here. Gets help from his mid lane and his support. The turnaround, quite literally, as Osric hits the 180 freeze. Osric still alive. Gets the wall. Osric's alive.
Not any longer. Lyzer lands from the sky, from the chariot. 50-meter fly, though he has no mana. He's trying to get support from his teammates. His teammates turn around now, trying to find a pick onto Kabi. Ragnarok getting picked up. Lyzer doesn't have beats for this one.
See ya, Welsh Beast. That's going to be one for him. Still finds it, goes forward with the offensive flickering ritual, misses the ult, and then tries to back to base. This time around, though, not feeling so confident. Tries to make the highlight play, but winds up a highlight for the enemy team.
Feeling themselves as they should be right now. They're 2-0. They have this kind of a lead, 12,000 gold in the lead. They basically confirmed a spot into the SCL Europe side, whether or not they win this game anyway. The fact that they're in a position to win this game, now they're just showing off, but I'm not blaming them.
They trying to show off. When you make the... I do got to give credit to my man, Welsh Beast. He blinks forward, goes to the ult, and when he misses it, he just hits B. He's like, all right, man.
You got me.
Like, I missed. Oh, what am I going to do here? And then he gets beat up, but either way, 27 minutes on the clock. Right now, TMNT playing with their food. Team Excellence likely going to lose here. Mallow still trying to make the plays, though. Got to give love to the commitment. Gets the steal out of the speed buff. Just get out of here, Osric. Get out of here, Osric. Get out of here, Osric. Get out of here. Mallow gets your speed buff.
Oh, the chase is on. Osric wants more, taking a lot of damage. It's going to be met.
Everything.
Going to be met, though, with the rest of his teammates. Mr. Turtle is here, trying to find an early kill here. Firegiant has respawned here, but so far they're more interested on finding these picks onto Kabi instead.
So realistically, Firegiant is probably what TMNT for life are waiting for as we watch them, like I said, play with their food, essentially. TMNT, tried to push through the middle lane, wasn't enough, so they have to take down the 3 remaining structures, the tier 2 tower on the right side and the other 2 Phoenixes. Team Excellence making a great
that
play
petrified though. Double kill for Welsh Beast. Great play yet again. This is something that he did for the second time now. He did that onto Mango Man earlier. Finding 2 there as well. Malloy dying. That's 4 dead.
That's game.
On the side of Excellence.
Oh no, Kobe's gonna respawn in about 14 seconds. So.
Oh, Mango Man though.
That might be game.
That's game.
That's game.
Kabi has a Fafnir 1-on-5. Fire Giant or no Fire Giant, not looking good for Excellence.
So something we don't get to see a lot on that Apollo. When Apollo calls the ultimate but dies in the moment, you see the chariot actually crash land. It's kind of funny. Titan gonna go down here. TMNT for Lyfe. They're 2-0 at the moment. They pick up Kabi and that'll make that 3-zip. TMNT for Lyfe have a fantastic time here. 50-22 here. All right, wow. 51. Sorry, guys. 50 kills in total as Team Excellence just dealing with it. For a long time, Anatoly, I made a mistake. This team has been playing for a while, and I called their mid laner 50mm Fly.
Oh.
Now, 50mm is a lot smaller than 50 meters, and certainly this game looked a lot different. 18-2-16. The Poseidon absolutely was 50 meters tall.
It's not the size, it's what you do with it, and that's what Fly has been showing us the whole time with the Poseidon. Finding so many kills, utilizing his teammates to a great effect, taking advantage of this Isis pick, which was rather questionable from Excellence, considering that they had the Ymir and the Cabrakan for TMNT.
A lot of options on the other side that really shut that Isis down. Mallow wasn't able to get going. Mr. Turtle and 50-meter Fly. So much. Honestly, you can't even pick one player out. You got to look at 50-meter Fly because the numbers were there and the runaway potential was there, but everybody on this team did their job.
And that play there with the Thor landing onto Fly, I wanted to talk about it earlier. He actually lands and tries to hammer over the wall, but he doesn't beat in the middle of it, so he gets knocked up by the Cabrakan, couldn't teleport through that hammer. And now, Excellence are in a rough spot here because they don't control their own destiny. They're at 1-2 currently, and the next matchup we're going to see is Retribution against Excel. And it's going to be very important for Excellence here, whether or not Retribution or Excel win. If Excel win, they'll be at 2-1, and the tiebreaker is going to favor Excel.